Hey, what's going on, buddy? It's your boy 22 San Sabatino. I'm here with DubFuego. What's going on, Dub? Hey, thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate your time, man.
Appreciate that,
All right,
man. Yes,
so we're down here. What is this? Balboa Park, and what section is this?
66 here in Balboa Park, another historic part of this already historic place. Buddy of mine's helped curate this, and it's just great vibes. All this art around here in this open park. Great installation to kind of hang.
Absolutely, it is, man. Just from being down here, I can see how beautiful these areas and how everybody comes together. It doesn't matter. They all just come together and have a good time. And so let me ask you, where are you from originally? From New Orleans, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. Made it out here by way of the military. My father was in the military and came out to San Diego, and I've been here ever since, man. Rocking for the town and doing what we do out here.
All right, that's what's up. And so you dibble and dabble in a lot of things, if I'm not mistaken, right? You do music, community stuff, trying to bring everybody together, trying to help all the local businesses thrive in the city of San Diego. All right, so how long have you been doing the music? Let's stay with that one for now. How long did the music?
The music is actually just something that I was born into. Can't help it. Just is who I am. God gifted talent, man, and tried to make the best of it as I could. I remember from I was 9 years old, in my bed listening to jazz and just hanging out. Getting in trouble for listening to jazz instead of going to sleep. It's kind of a crazy story, but it is what it is. I've just been enveloped in it in my whole life. My father's a musician. My mother sings, and she was a dancer in New Orleans, and she went to school for ballet and all that stuff. So it runs in my family. Art just runs in.
And what kind of music do you normally perform?
I do all kinds of stuff. I perform in cover bands here in San Diego for the major casinos, and we do top 40, all that type of stuff. But
so kind of all the genres then. A little bit of rock, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of country, a little bit of everything. That's good. And I've been meeting a lot of people out here that actually have that same kind of vibe and same kind of thought where they listen to everything, a little bit of this, especially the ones that are performers themselves. It actually brings out the best in their music as well.
Yes, it does.
So let me ask you, what have you been doing lately to help out with the community? What what kind of parts do you play in helping bring everybody together?
Yes, sir. Well, right now we're going through a very turbulent time, I guess, so to speak, as far as in our society, as far as like race goes and whatnot. And what I'm working on and what I'd like to do is bring as many people together as possible. I mean, obviously, focusing on people of color and, trying to bring like foster youth into a position of, getting them, their mind in a set to be productive and to pick up on their own and do things on their own without some of the, advantages given to people who weren't in that situation.
Absolutely.
So that's really where my heart's at as far as community and bringing in individuals in the community who are looking to make their own way. We've been taught, especially I'm sure you can, people of color, we're taught for a long time, hey, you got to conform to what white America says we got to do and what America in general, society says we have to do. And I think there's a vein of us right now who are like, no, we're going to make our own way. Absolutely. And there's an actual avenue for that by means of community. So that's kind of, I'm trying to, that's another focus of mine, just bringing together like-minded individuals who are hungry, passionate, looking to make their own way in this society. And I'd like to get all these people together and start throwing events that we can all eat off each other and just a self-sufficient community.
Absolutely. I totally agree 100% with that, man. Everybody should be able to take their own route and be successful, no matter what you are, no matter what sex you are, what race you are, what gender, whatever. You should be able to find a path, see the end zone, and just go for gold. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man. And out here, there's definitely opportunity for that. I see a lot of local businesses out here. See a lot of chains too, but there's definitely a lot of family-run businesses out here. And I always try to go to those because the food is better. And guys like us, we love food. You know what I mean? We definitely gotta eat, man. So let me ask. So you've done performances before, correct?
Yes.
How old were you when you did your first performance?
Man, roughly 12.
Okay. Well, let's go a little bit older then. Wow. When you were, let's say, over 18, when was the first time you actually did something for yourself and you went out to perform?
Definitely was 21. I wasn't have a couple friends who were good enough to perform in bars and venues before they were 21. But by the time I was 21, I was ready. I was out and performing and doing shows at old spots downtown don't even exist anymore.
Like Fourth and B and stuff like that.
Fourth and B. I opened up for Nipsey Fourth and B.
Rest in peace, Nipsey. Rest in peace, Nip.
40, I opened up for. I went from Talib Kweli out there, Mos Def. I've done a lot of great things at Fourth and B. Another one that I used to love, Landlord Gyms. That's a spot that unless you're a Dago old school hip hop head, you would know nothing about Landlord Gyms.
Landlord Gyms?
Man, DJ Babu was their closing DJ. He came and DJ'd the last night. Evidence and I can't remember his name right now, but just a legendary spot in town. So that was actually one of my first performances in San Diego.
So let me ask you about that at Landlord Gyms. If you can go back to that time, do you remember being nervous, frightened, or scared? Were there butterflies in your stomach before you went on stage? I don't know how many people were there, but let's go back to that. Tell us how you felt about that and how you overcame it, if you had any of those feelings.
And it being my first performance of my own and kind of out on my own, I expected it to be a little nerve-wracking, but it's been something that I've been doing so long. It was natural. I was actually I wasn't nervous to perform. I was like anxious to perform.
More anxious than nerves.
I wanted it. Like I was like,
like you were sitting in the back, like, come on, let me. Are we going on stage yet? Like, come on, what's going on? That's kind of how I direct myself every performance. You got to be hungry for it. You gotta want to be up there. You gotta want to kill it. So getting to my next question was actually gonna be, so there's a lot of people at home, a lot of people that they want to do certain things like that. Yes. They want to act, they want to sing, they want to dance, but they're frightened, they're scared. And what would you give them as motivation and as a push to say, get off your ass and go do what you really want to do?
Amen. That fear is literally the one thing that's telling you should be doing that.
I believe that 100%. I 100% agree with that.
That fear is exactly what you need to use as your fuel to push you through to do what you love to do. Because if you're passionate about it, if you weren't passionate about it, let me take that route, you wouldn't be scared.
Absolutely. No, that's 100% truth right there, man.
Passionate about it, there wouldn't be that little bit of, But you need that. You need that because that makes you an artist.
Absolutely.
That makes you an individual. That makes you you.
Makes you human. Comes with being human. I don't care how tough you think you are, how weak you think you are. We all have fears. Yes. We all have things that we're worried about, we're scared of, nervous about. Those are just natural human emotions that we always have, and you got to learn how to push through those. Correct?
Exactly. Well, yeah, they're not, and that's the thing. Fear isn't something that we're supposed to be backing up from.
Yeah, we're supposed to be pushing forward to it.
In our primitive days, when you're scared of something, it's because that saber-toothed tiger right there that you need to eat.
Yeah.
Could either, exactly. You're gonna kill it, or it's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
And that primal kind of like struggle with fear is a lot of people run from it, but that's where we're supposed to attack.
Take it head on.
Yeah, that's
jump right into it. It's like when you stick your toe in the water and it's cold. I don't do that. I just jump in.
Straight in.
Just jump right in. I don't care how warm or cold it is. I'm just jumping in. As long as there's no sharks or nothing like that in there.
Yeah.
All right. So before we go, I wanna ask you about your legacy. Yeah. What kind of legacy are you trying to leave for your kids, or for the community, or for both?
Man, I feel like a lot of us are kind of, like I said before, kind of making this path towards our happy ending or our goal, our own lane. I think that's the legacy I want to leave behind. I want my children to know that they can do it without working for, XYZ or a 9 to 5. They can do it doing something they're passionate about, something they love, with a support of a community behind them. So that's really the legacy I want to leave behind. Community and just the knowledge that we are here and we can make it without anybody else.
Key words in there, we.
Yeah.
We. Exactly. There's no I in we, just like there's no I in team. Exactly. I'm a firm believer of that, man.
Exactly.
When everybody works together, everybody eats together.
Yes.
And it helps everybody out. And you know what I mean? Everybody wants to do, a lot of people want to do things for themselves, and that's great. They want to do it for their family. But when people come together as a community, that speaks volumes. And from what I've been seeing for the few months that I've been out here in San Diego, I definitely see a lot of we out here, not a lot of I. And I definitely like that and appreciate that.
There's a lot of us out here, and it kind of goes back to talking about the moms and pops places, or a lot of people doing a lot of different genres of music. There's so many different types of people here that you have the opportunity and the ability to cater to everybody and still be yourself.
Absolutely.
So that's it, man. That's it. That's the goal. And when I say we can do it on our own without anybody else, I definitely mean without the powers that be, without the people who have kind of set this structure ahead and said, oh, you're going to have to do this, but we're getting all the money for that, and you can take your little half. No.
No, exactly. We're going to do this. You're going to get your little cut because that's how it is, because of tax and things like that. But this is ours, and we're doing it for us, and we're doing it for our community, and we're going to uplift it. That's what's up, man. That's some powerful stuff like that, brother. I like that. I like that. All right, so thank you for coming out, man. Everybody watching home, thank you for watching. Again, this is Tony 2 Cent Sabatino. I'm here with DubFuego, and this is
Celeb Watch.
where you can watch the rise of your favorite celebrity stars. All right, thanks for coming out, brother. Appreciate you, baby. You got good head on your shoulders, man. You was definitely raised right.